Hello one and all, and welcome back to the Dortmund FM19 beta save with me, Throughball FM. You can see I'm wearing a hat and a jacket because it is absolutely freezing today. So it's episode 7 today and we've got a big game to play against Hanover. But before we do that, I just want to catch you up on obviously a few things, such as our games before this game. So, after our 1-1 draw with Werder Bremen, with the Maximilian Philipp and Max Kruse goals, we got smashed 4-1 by Fortuna Düsseldorf. So, who are probably like 17th, are they? Are they 17th? 15th in the Bundesliga. But they were 17th at the time, I think, which is one place off the bottom of the table. So that was a very, very disappointing result, and we didn't deserve anything from the game, really. It was a very, very poor result. Then after 5 games without winning in the Bundesliga, we got back to winning ways against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Probably one of our harder games in that little run, obviously without the Bayern game, but these are obviously a very decent side. Maximilian Philipp with the only goal of the game as we dispatched Mönchengladbach 1-0. Then it was the winter break, and we played a couple of friendlies against Reda and Lotte, who I believe we played both in the pre-season friendlies as well, so they must be sort of local teams that we were playing against. And then got a very good draw actually against RB Leipzig in the return game. There it was 0-0, but we played very well and probably deserved to win the game. Probably, we were a little bit disappointed not to come away with all 3 points. Then we played in the Bundesliga once again against Freiburg, and it was a very, very good 1-0 win. We were probably better than the scoreline suggests, as has been so often the case this season. And Maximilian Philipp once again with the only goal of the game, who's I think our top scorer now this season. So it is January, and you know what that means? That means transfers, and Rafael Guerreiro was probably the biggest story of this particular transfer window, as he got his desired £34 million move away from the club. Liverpool came in for him, and he wanted to go, so I let him go. I wasn't going to let him start upsetting the squad even more than it already is. Marius Wolf left for £6 million to Wolfsburg, ironically, so that was a good transfer for everybody because I hated the guy. So that's it in terms of departures. In terms of bringing people in, we've brought in this guy, Francisco Trincao, who a lot of you may recognise from Football Manager 2018. He's a bit of a wonder kid. Looks very, very good on this game as well. I suggest you pick him up. He only costs 350k, which is marvellous. Just noticed there, got some cheeky updates actually, and you can see the ability things have now got little outlines, which I think is a nice touch. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but I'm quite happy with that because they were a little bit, especially against a yellow background, they were a little bit difficult to discern. And we brought in a replacement for Rafael Guerreiro, weirdly from Liverpool, which is Alberto Moreno. So, yeah, I know a lot of you will be detractors of that move because Alberto Moreno isn't exactly the most highly rated left-back in the world now, is he? But I'm happy with the deal, £15.25 million. We've made more than double, because those add-ons will materialise at some point, made more than double the amount of money that we, in terms of the left-back position. And we've also got Marcel Schmelzer as a backup option, which is awesome. Right then, so today we're going to play against Hanover 96. And Hanover are in very good form, as you can see there. They're actually up in 5th position, so we could go ahead of them and leapfrog them there. We're very close to 4th position. We've kind of picked our form up a little bit, but our goal difference is woeful, and we haven't been good all season. But I really do, hope we pick up some points here. I just wish that we had a better start to the season than what we have, but hey ho. So this is the manager of Hanover 96, and he has got one of the best names I think I've ever heard. Andre Breitenreiter! Andre Breitenreiter! Potentially the most German name I've ever heard, I think. Another thing just to bring your attention to before we get into the game, before we do the team selection, Axel Witsel is unhappy because he's concerned about the manager's decision making. Now, that seems to be happening quite a bit with a few players, and Axel Witsel was the only one who wasn't appeased by my attempts to appease people. The little conversations I have with people about these kinds of things. But yeah, Axel Witsel unhappy. Yeah, and Mahmoud Dahoud is underbid from West Ham and Middlesbrough, both for £7.5 million. I'll be happy to see the back of him, in all honesty. But this is the team we're going to go with for the game against Hanover. Roman Burki, despite his mistakes, retains his place in goal. We haven't managed to find a replacement as yet. A goalkeeper may well come in, as we still have £20 million in the transfer budget, so that's a position that we may look to strengthen. Yeremy Tolyan starts at right wing back. Shkodran Mustafi and Abdou Diallo have been absolutely imperious together. We've kept 2 clean sheets in the 2 games that they've played together, which is magnificent. Alberto Moreno comes in for his debut. Axel Witsel and Sebastian Rode in midfield. I've promised Rode some more first team football. He's got a fantastic attitude and fantastic teamwork and all this kind of stuff, so I do want to keep hold of him. Bertrand Traore, Marco Reus and Christian Pulisic play as the attacking 3, with Marco Reus in the shadow striker role, Pulisic and Bertrand Traore as the inside forwards, with Maximilian Philippe as the pressing forward up front, doing all the closing down. Right then, classic 4-4-2 from Hanover. You know the score. Füllkrug, who's got quite a lot of goals this season, and Branimir Hrgoza up front. So he's got Kevin Wimmer there as well, the former Tottenham and Stoke centre-back. Very good centre-back in my opinion. I've said that they can go on, I've passionately said go and prove the critics wrong, and they seem to like it. Everyone's motivated, got confidence. Let's do this. So we've got our first highlight of the game as Hanover did get us underway, and it's Ostrozolek now. Traore has robbed him. Can he cross it? He does cross it. Philippe! Ooh, over the bar. Shots fired. Got another highlight after 5 minutes, and it's Burki out to Shkodran Mustafi, who's been excellent since he's came in from Arsenal for £33 million. He's Marco Reus dropping a bit deeper. Toljan, Witsel. Infield for Rode. Witsel, Rode. Alberto Moreno, who's already picked up a booking in his first 5 minutes in a Dortmund shirt, which is nice. Rode back to Witsel. And that's a terrible pass from Axel Witsel. If you can't pass the ball to somebody, why don't you just keep it? Prib, Haraguchi, and it somehow hasn't gone in. But we were opened up there far too easily from Axel Witsel's poor ass pass. It's no point in me even commentating on these games anymore, boys, because it's the same old story. Dominating possession, but not much else. Reus with a free kick now. Hits Marvin Bakalots, and now Korb can bring it forward. Can we win the ball back high up the pitch, as we're intended to do? Haraguchi. Hopeful ball forward. Diallo's can easily cut that one out. Pulisic. Witsel. Down the line for Moreno. Alberto Moreno crosses in. It's headed away, but Witsel picks it up on the edge. Witsel again. Philippe. Shoots. Marco Reus scores, and he's picked that up from a Maximilian Philippe shot. VAR is going over to review it, I think possibly for offside, but it's headed away. Witsel back in, Rode back to Witsel, who plays it into Philippe. I don't know why why VAR is being consulted there. There's nothing wrong with that goal. I don't understand. Okay, so it's not being reviewed. There's the offside decision. You can clearly see that Marco Reus is well onside. But why was that even VAR checked? It shouldn't have been clear as day. Another highlight for Hanover, Haraguchi, Korb. Korb cutting inside on his left foot, and he's placed that not far wide of the post. But yeah, hopefully this shadow striker role can be something going forward for Marco Reus, and perhaps he can get a few more goals. We are now starting to assert some real pressure onto Hanover, and hopefully we can assert our lead. It's over the top for Maximilian Philippe, and he puts it away. Maximilian Philippe's been in fine form, and this little thing hasn't actually gone. It stayed. I don't know why that stayed, but Rode to Witsel, who played an absolutely fine ball over the top for Maximilian Philippe, who did the rest, smashed it into the top corner. 2-0 to Dortmund. It's Halloween today. I've had no trick-or-treaters yet, but I'm sure I will at some point, and even if I do, I'll probably ignore them, so yeah. So we've got another highlight. He's Füllkrug now over the top. Nicholas Füllkrug hit the post, and Diallo can clear to Pulisic. Can we counter? No, we can't, because Marvin Bakalots takes a tactical foul. Should have been booked for that, in my opinion. Half time then, 2-0 to Dortmund. Very good first half from us. We've absolutely dominated the game. I'm pretty sure these colours weren't there before, and you can see Berg green is in green. So I'm not sure though. They could well have been there. I'm just not very observant like that. So very pleased with your performance. Keep it going and start the second half. 4 minutes into the second half, and Marco Reus has picked up an injury. What are we looking at here? Potential thigh injury. We'll get him off for Shinji Kagawa. He can stay as a shadow striker because he can do that role really. As you can see, Winwood pushes up into 5th position, as I think Mainz must be winning their game as well, because they're still 2 points ahead of us. But Ostrozolek heads in, and we haven't won this game yet. We need to try and solidify our position as the winners of this game. As Kevin Wimmer is taking a chance there. He goes back to Esser, who kicks it forward, and Witsel wins the header. He's had a really good game today, Axel Witsel, considering he's upset about being the manager's decision making. So the decision to play Witsel was a good one. But here's Wallace, Füllkrug, Prib, Hrgoza, Branimir Hrgoza, Füllkrug, and he does score, and he's threatened to score all game. They've actually had more clear-cut chances than us. But we're giving away chances far too easily. It's the first goal we've conceded since the Diallo-Mustafi partnership was formed. But Füllkrug hit it against our defender, and Hrgota then played a nice pass into Füllkrug, and Diallo was asleep. So I'm going to tell the boys to concentrate, because that was quite a sloppy goal to give away. Our average rating for our defenders hasn't been very good. And we're just going to make some substitutions now. Going to get Sebastian Roeder off for Thomas Delaney in that box-to-box role, and I think that's it for now. We'll use the other one as a time-wasting substitution. 85 minutes gone and still nothing really happening. We've probably asserted our dominance more on the games since that goal. We've composed ourselves well, and Moreno's actually having a good game at the back now. And we will... 6 bloody minutes of added time? Where's that come from? I mean, I haven't been watching the game in full. Has there been a lot of fouls? I mean, they've committed 16 fouls and we've committed 5, but, you know, why would they be committing fouls to waste time? It's just silly. 6 bloody minutes! We are going to make a substitution. We're going to get Axel Witsel off for Thomas Delaney. And I have just realised that, once again, because of the coordination thing on these, I don't know if anybody else is having this problem, but I brought Marcel Schmelzer on as a box-to-box midfielder, so that was a mistake, wasn't it? Anyway, the time's ticking away. Can we hold on to this win? This would be a fantastic win. Again, it's only a win by 1 goal, when we really shouldn't have conceded another goal, but it is what it is. And Sanrenbanzi, Fossum, we do clear it away, and referee, it's over the allotted time. Okay, don't. Oh yeah, aye, that's perfect. Just blow the final whistle while we're on the attack, pal. Excellent. That was a good win, boys. Well done. 2-1 against Hanover, who were above us in the league. We've done really well to win that one. I'm happy with that. So, apologies for that. Anyway, we do secure a deserved victory, in my opinion. Marco Reus is injured. How long for? Oh, 2 to 3 months. That is tough. Oh, Marco Reus. I think I might have forgot to tell you at the start of this episode, but we actually got Liverpool in the Champions Cup first knockout round at leg 1, and the way that we've been playing this season, I can't see us getting through that tie. But having said that, we have beaten Barcelona this season, so and we only lost to them 1-0 away from home, which is a pretty good result in itself, really, isn't it? So Liverpool is our opponent in the Champions League, and I think what we'll do, because I want to get through some of this season, is because I can only get videos out probably 3 times a week at most because of my work commitments. So I do want to try and get as much through the season as I can. What I'll do is I'll probably come back for the second Liverpool game. If we're still in the tie, great. If not, we'll be playing at Signal Iduna Park. Jurgen Klopp will be returning to Signal Iduna Park, so that'll be a pretty good game. So the Bundesliga table is looking like this, and we're still 2 points behind Mainz, who I think must have won. Yeah, they beat Nuremberg, smashed Nuremberg 5-1. So we had absolutely no chance of usurping them in that sense. We've only lost 2 games this season. One of them was admittedly 2-4-2 to Dusseldorf. We've just drawn far too many games. Hopefully we can start to pick up a lot more points going forward now. I think I've said that about 50,000 times already in the save, but you know, we want to get that top 4 spot. I think that'll save our job essentially. I think if we don't, we run the risk of getting sacked very much so. I think if things start to go a little bit pear-shaped from here, and we don't get any further in the Champions League, then the board is going to be on my back. That does us for episode 7, and I look forward to seeing you in episode 8. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, please just do leave a comment. And remember to leave a like on the video, and please subscribe if you're new. I would appreciate every single last piece of interaction with myself on this channel. So thanks every again. Who's every again? I don't know. Thanks everyone again for watching now.